Just how regulated is your financial advisor? The intelligent investor, Jason Zweig, is here to give us his lowdown, the latest word on the state of regulation of financial advisors. It sounded to me, just from reading your piece, that there's a lot of regulation already out there.
There is a lot of regulation out there, Evan, but you know, there's also a lot of worry. I mean, we had Bernie Madoff, we had Alan Stanford. Every day there's people, making off with other people's money.
Those were relatively high profile. I mean, the regulators visited Bernie Madoff quite a bit.
Yes, they
did. You could have thrown another half dozen regulators at him, and he may have gotten the same results.
You know, part of the problem is we expect a lot of human regulators that computers would probably be better at. And
this is the gist of your piece, isn't it?
Your buddy and mine, Dennis Berman, would almost certainly agree with me. I mean, this is a job for big data. I mean, we generate big data across the national network on every frontier you can imagine: weather, earthquakes, air traffic control, the utility grid, the financial markets. But in the financial markets, the national,
even the IRS.
The IRS.
I mean, your point would be, I'm going to try and get it so people out there may understand it, is if you took all the financial data about performance, for example, and capital gains and all that kind of stuff from the financial advisors out there, you would notice anomalies.
Exactly.
You would notice things that were outliers.
Right.
Bernie Madoff, for example, would have cropped up as an outlier. It would have been a source to investigate.
Very possibly. I mean, there's relatively simple mathematical formulas that mathematicians have known about for decades and centuries that can spot irregularities in regular data. So for example, if you're trying to present a random performance, well, when human beings simulate randomness, they don't do it right. They make it too regular. And that sort of thing would jump out of data and should be jumping out of data.
Now, if you're a financial advisor out there, there's increasing federal regulation, there's state regulation, and it's kind of messy. If you're a financial advisor, you got to pay attention to what all these people are doing, and ostensibly all these people are there to protect the financial investors themselves, the mom and pop investors, retail investors. But wouldn't you say that it's really a little bit of a, call it political, cover your behind game, most of financial regulation that's out there?
What I would say is the real problem is that the system is now set up. Of course, regulation was designed by lawyers, for lawyers, of lawyers, to lawyers. The system is set up to have human beings do jobs that machines are better at. And what I'm arguing is, let's give the jobs machines are good at to machines, and the jobs that humans are good at to humans. And then you could be much more efficient, and you would send examiners to look at financial advisors when the data signaled that there's a problem.
I'm not sure that President Obama, especially given today's jobs numbers, is going to be too keen on the intelligent investors line of thinking here. I smell computers replacing human beings, especially government and various kinds of employees. I sense higher unemployment if Jason Zweig gets his way. We got to run.
Yeah, okay.
I get the last word here.
Yeah, I guess you
Jason
do.
Zweig, check out Jason's piece tomorrow on financial regulation in tomorrow's Wall Street Journal, or later online at WSJ.com.